Hey, hello, how are you? Good to see everyone. It's good to see you. It is good to be seen by you. And I, the person doing the seeing and feeling the good, am, of course, the one, and as far as science is aware, only Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver. How the hell are you? Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Welcome to the show. And I just want to remind everybody right here, right now, that this live stream is brought to you by our friends at Hellebarde Games. Hellebarde makes the kind of adventures they'd like to play, whether it is for Castles and Crusades, for 5th edition, or for the OSR old school, is in play at the table with Hellebarde, and you can find them on DriveThruRPG or on their website, hellebardegames.com. So we're back, and it's Wednesday, and we're playing Gamma World. Don't be afraid. Do not adjust your set. We control the vertical. We control the horizontal. What it is Friday. I am joining some folks on a live stream. I am getting to play some Dungeons and Dragons on Friday over on Twitch. I will be playing Dungeons and Dragons with the Raised on D&D podcast folks and with the son of Rose Estes, creator of many of the Choose Your Own Adventure type books that TSR put out. So I'm kind of excited about that. So rather than make them wait on me or try to cram in a somewhat unsatisfying short Gamma World session, I said, hey, Kyle's not going to be here on Wednesday. What was I going to do on Wednesday? Drink and pontificate? So tonight we're going to be Gamma Worlding in about 25 minutes or so. Tomorrow night, we have a guest. So I want everybody on their best behavior. Tomorrow night, Tracy Lesh will be in the house again, and I'm excited about having Tracy back. He has designed our merch, which is going to go on sale. Just one little tiny tweak. I want his signature worked into the design because I want people to know Tracy Lesh, right? So hopefully he's got that done, and I can get that up on Spring and for sale to use to you guys. So yeah, that's what's going to be happening. So let me see here. Let me get the greetings out of the way. Hello, Damian Vaughn, LHRPG, HGM, Michael Mertwig, Western Man. Which way, Western Man? Robert Phillips, me running Star Trek. That is me running Star Trek would be so fun. Initially thought Star Frontiers, but that's all changed. Maybe I'll run some Star Trek in the future. Western Man says he's a programmer, so he's doing math and logic all day. Don't want to miss anybody's comments. Al Forno. Well, then, forget the Fornelius part. I'm Alfred Forno, kingpin of the pizza industry. Not that kind of pizza, but real American pizza. Excellent. So anyway, and I do play in Conflict. That's right. Kyle is no, not Conflict on Friday. I won't be here Friday, Vaughn. Kyle is he's having family time right now. He'll be back next week for us to play Conflict. But anyway, I am here, and we're going to make sure real quick. I want to make sure that our dice roller is a working because it was acting up last night. We had to kind of smack it around. Come on, DD Dice. Get moving and grooving. There we go. All right, so we're going to throw a quick die. There we go. All righty, daddy. So the die roller is up and working. Doom Swords drinking and pontificating in his head. You found a 3D printer that you carry around? Excellent. Oh, that's right, in the Gamma World game. Anybody find a Snoopy snow cone machine? No, not yet. There was something I was going to... What was it? Oh, yeah. So I'm super excited about this. This doesn't really have much to do with the price of tea in China for you guys. It's just something that makes me pretty happy. So I've been running this Monday night first edition AD&D game for, it'll be, well, we just crossed the 9-year mark this past summer. So we've got a way to go to 10 years, but I'm pretty happy about it. So, you know, we'll see how long it goes, but one player has been running the same character for, I would say 6 of the past 9 years, maybe 7. And they pinged me today and asked me, how do I go about setting up a castle, setting up a stronghold? And I'm just so delighted. This is a phase of dungeon mastering AD&D that I had never achieved before. I've run a lot of classic AD&D, don't get me wrong, but you know, it's like, you know, run a session for a little bit. And I've had some campaigns last a few years, just never to this level. Never to this level for one character. And I'm excited about it. I'm very excited about it. So, but I consider Gamma World modules as well as AD&D modules for $10 members and patrons. I don't know. I don't know that I have a good enough hand to write a Gamma World module. So what Vaughn's talking about there is at the $10 level of backers, you can support us on Patreon or with a YouTube membership for as little as $1 or $2 respectively. I apologize if you're like, look, I want to support you on YouTube, but I feel like I'm getting hosed because I can do it for $1 on Patreon, but I got to pay $2 on YouTube. That is how YouTube basically fixes the price, like the least amount of money that you can have a membership for every month is $1.99, and I apologize for that. I'm sorry. That's not a me thing. That's a YouTube thing. So, what that means is that you know, you could go over to Patreon and support us there, but on either platform at the $10 level, every month you get a free micro first edition advanced Dungeons and Dragons module. By micro, I mean a smaller number of encounters, smaller page count, but it's only $10. And hey, you get one every month. We dropped one last month. We've got one coming in. Actually, we dropped one at the first of this month. We've got one coming in the next couple of days to cover August and September. So you guys will be getting modules, and I'm excited about that. And I hope you're excited about it. And I hope that you will choose to support the channel through Patreon or through YouTube memberships. Or if you want to just do a one-time thanks for the show and, you know, drop $1 into the jar on the piano there, of course you can buy me a coffee. Oh, hey. Let's see. We have a question. Could I plug my Fantasy High Game Diary series on here? We filmed the finale Sunday. You figured you'd pay for your airtime. LHRPG, drop me a link somewhere on socials, and I will, because I can't. It's a StreamYard and YouTube thing. You can't send me a link, but this LHRPG official has his own YouTube channel. If you guys go look up LHRPG official or LHRPG, I think on YouTube, you can go find information about that series. So anyway, let's see. The only thing I don't like personally is the Gonzo style of D&D that I play. Gonzo? We don't really go that much in for Gonzo, but opinion taken. Hello, Lux. Good to see you. 5 pages isn't bad. G1 was 8 pages. Yeah, you know. And it may not be 5 pages now. It could be 3, you know. But you always get a module. You are quite welcome, LHRPG. You have quite literally bought your advertising. So there it will stay. Oh, okay. See, that's the problem is, you know, it's like little bits and pieces of things, of conversations that I see now, Western man. You know, Jeffrey Johnson's a bit of a controversial figure, but his campaign sounds super. I don't know the man. I don't know the man. That's one end of the pool I tend to stay out of because there's a lot of chicken fights going on over there. Not implying that anyone's a chicken. Do you ever go to like the pool, like the apartment pool, the public pool, wherever, and there's like people and they're doing chicken fights where, you know, you sit on shoulders and you try and shove somebody off their shoulders, and there's usually fisticuffs involved if it's boys, right? You know? Wind up with a little bit of the old vino in the water there. And so you just like, you know, if you're a pale, fat, soft kid like me, you just stay away from that, right? So yeah, I just kind of, greetings, Orbital Air. Good to see you. So yeah, I tend to stay away from that on social media. It's just like, you know, there's nice people who have softer opinions about AD&D than me, and there's people, and I like those people, and there's nice people who have much harder opinions about AD&D than me, and I like those people. But the people from category A like block and scream into the void at people in category B, and people are in the two categories, they scream into the void at each other. And I'm just over here, I'm like, look, you both have got nice ideas. So, you know, I see stuff pop up from time to time about, oh, this person isn't part of the Bro SR, and this person is a this and that. And I'm like, guys, you are playing right into the Wizards of the Coast hands. Does anybody remember January? Does anybody remember February? When it didn't matter if you literally came home from the store the afternoon of January the 17th with your first ever Dungeons and Dragons starter set, or if you were somebody like me or Doomsword or Tracy Lesh or Alan Grohe or Paul Stormberg, and you had been practically born with an OCE in your hands, very difficult birth. Mother never forgave me for it. We were all united. We were like a united front, right? We were all on the same sheet of music. But we've kind of fallen back into infighting again, and I think that's a shame. All right. Wizards was legitimately afraid of all of the voices from the OSR to brand new players. They pissed all of us off. We made them sit up and take notice. Now, if I was more conspiracy minded, and I am, I would say that this whole thing was a psyop started by Wizards of the Coast to fracture and divide us and keep us at each other's throats so we don't notice the man behind the curtain. So before you go getting mad because one guy is playing OSE and another guy is playing White Box and another dude is playing Microlight D20 and this guy over here is playing Axe and that guy over there is playing Hyperborea and maybe this person has got kind of a Lord Dunsany-esque willowy sort of soft fairy view of Dungeons and Dragons and this guy is like, it's just male human barbarians that smoke cigars and kill abhumans in slave pits in my campaign world. We don't need to be getting at each other because that only helps Wizards of the Coast. That only helps them. That only makes them go, It's a shame you guys can't get along. Well, I guess we'll just tool Dungeons and Dragons for different people than you. And that's when we wake up because we were too busy howling into the void or screaming into the howling void. And we find out that, now the OGL says every month we can come to creators' houses and pump a pint of blood out of them. And they have to pay us to play Dungeons and Dragons. And it's only on state-approved computers that are monitored by the NSA. And we look around and we go, holy shit, how did this happen? How did this happen? That's because we were all stuck in our own private purity spirals. So let's not do that. I think you guys are smart enough to not let that happen. There are fun, interesting, cool ideas that you can kick around. Somebody, the person I'm talking about probably didn't have a hoot in hell about Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Somebody brought up the subject of a courtier class for, not a courtesan, a courtier class for whatever fantasy RPG they were playing. And I started kicking that idea around. So I responded to them and I said, I'm going to make this up for AD&D. This could be really cool. Some of the less martial thief skills, tweak those, adjust those. A D4 hit point, heaviest armor they can wear is chain. Minimum entries I think would be let's be bold and say 18 charisma, because you got to hobnob, you got to schmooze, right? And add like a thief's advanced column, a thieving skill advanced column, where like they starting at say 4th level, they add 1, then 2, then 4, then 8, then 16% onto the react bonus as they become more versed in courtly business. And you might be thinking, oh, Bill, what business would they have in the dungeon? Increasing their stature with their lord or lady, being sent on errands. Bring me baubles. Go find me the filigreed sword of so-and-so. Name level is worm tongue. OGL sounds same as meaning of life. Yeah. So exactly, you could play Blackadder. Any lawful alignment, good, neutral, evil. Let's see. Of the thief abilities, move silent, hide in shadows. I don't think climb walls or pickpocket. Maybe instead of find remove traps, start with a percentage chance to know whether or not something is poison or has been poisoned. There's a thought, huh? And give them the same spying ability as assassins. Use that spying table a little bit more often. I think it could be a lot of fun. Okay. But the point is not to hyper focus on just this idea. The point is the point is there's a ton of good stuff out there, guys. There's a ton of good stuff out there for the old school enthusiast. And again, it benefits us all to not get caught up in, well, that person wore a shirt that I don't like. Now, granted, okay, you're going to run into some people out there who are just like, I don't want to be associated with this. I don't agree with anything, if somebody comes in and like the dedication to their 99th reinterpretation of OD&D has the Austrian painter did nothing wrong in the dedication, even if it's ironic, that there's red flag stuff out there you will obviously want to steer clear of, right? Right. But by and large, I think we're all a pretty good group of people. Okay. I think everyone has worked to make this a positive, a positive community. Now, I'm not just talking about my channel or anyone's channel. I'm talking about the totality of fans of classic Dungeons and Dragons. And I know full well there's a lot of people who are like, hey, D&D was nice, but I'm all in on DCC now, or, I'm all about old school essentials, or, Hackmaster, or whatever. But it's not, it's not playing baristas in a fantasy university and having prom night. Okay. I mean, a man can only go so soft before he turns into Jello. Yeah, Doomsword, you're exactly right. We are in wars within the editions, and we shouldn't be. We shouldn't be. And I mean, it's like, and I can dislike the company. You can even dislike the edition, but for goodness sake, to my fellow old schoolers, do you dig being painted with a broad brush? That you're some horrible, inflexible person who hates fun? No, of course not. Well, just be careful about how you wield the brush in the other direction. Is all I'm saying. And that's not leveled at anyone here. That's not leveled at anyone here. In fact, this is an incredibly positive community I've got around here, and I like it a lot. And we are currently sitting at $48.99. Holy cats. We are one subscription away from 4,900. And do you know what that means? Absolutely nothing, except that we'll have 4,900. So thank you everyone who has subscribed this week. It feels like just like at the first of the week, we're in like the 4830s. I don't think it's grown that much. It's probably more like the 48, 60s, or 70s at the beginning of the week. We tend to do about 3 a day. So, wow, 48. And before anybody asks, no, it won't help if you unsubscribe and then resubscribe. All it'll do is go 49 or from 48.99 to 48.98 and then back to 48.99. No. So yeah. Now I honestly don't know how much. I would say next to none. But I don't know how much more push comes at 5,000 subs as far as that goes. Because like there's channels that can basically do nothing and pick up 100,000 viewers. Now, there are extremely, amazingly talented channels out there that do a lot of hard work, and I'm shocked that they only have 100,000 viewers. There are great channels that have 1 million viewers, and I'm like, why don't you have 5 million viewers? I mean, I've talked about Junkyard Digs before. I think Dalton over at Pole Barn Garage has over 100,000, and they're car resto guys, but that's like practical fun stuff. I don't think this D&D nerd's ever gonna be pulling down over 100,000 or 1 million subs, but one never knows, right? I could break the news that they have the cryogenically stored body of Gary Gygax in Wizards of the Coast's secret vault and are working on resurrecting him and have pictures and everything. I think that might get me up there, but otherwise, no. Oh, Doomsword, that's nice. Thank you. Thank you so much, Doomsword. I really, really appreciate that. Tell your son that I said thank you. My son just said he's happy for me. I'll be at 10K soon and 100K soon enough. That would be neat to see. 100K subs. There's just a point where you kind of hit a tipping point of self-sustaining fusion when it comes to subscriptions on the channel, whereby you get a certain amount of subs and YouTube just like keeps promoting your material and people keep looking in on it. There are dead channels that will always have 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 subs, and they'll always generate ad revenue, even though the people who ran them, unless they go in and are like shutting this off, demonetizing everything, they will continue to sit there and generate revenue. And you know what? If the people who ran those channels are like, I am burned, I poured my heart and soul into this, I'm just going to let this sit over there and fill up every month and deposit it in my bank account on AdSense and any super thanks that people want to send, but I can't do it anymore. I get it. Those vacations that I take sometimes, like one's coming up for the holidays. Let me tell you about that. I know we're supposed to start Gamma World soon. Oh my God, I talked about losing subs and now I'm like only 15 of you are watching. I'm so sorry. Come back. I'm so sorry. 4.9 thousand is already twice the population of it. 4.9 thousand. Yeah, I mean that's pretty good, right? That's the lower bowl of a decent sized stadium, or maybe half the lower bowl. But anyway, have you gotten your $10 worth LHRPG? I hope. But we'll get to Gamma World here in just a minute. We're waiting on one more person to slot in over there. But I will say this about the subscription thing. and creating and vacations and this. Because like, coming up on the holidays, I would dare say, other than short Christmas Advent videos, if I do some kind of Advent D&D calendar this year, I will probably, the 2 weeks leading up to Christmas will probably be vacation time for me. As far as from live streams and everything. I might hop in on a Saturday, have a glass of wine with you guys. I'll definitely come by and say Merry Christmas Eve to you all. But that's months away. That's months away. So it looks like everybody's in the green room. Are you guys out there? Are you ready to play some live stream Gamma World? Not just the people who are actually ready to play, but you guys in the audience. Are you ready for some live stream Gamma World? Scale models are similar. Scale car modelers have huge subs. Sci-fi modelers don't get half that. Highly niche topics are tricky. Even I have comparatively few AD&D subs until Hasbro stepped up. Exactly so. Exactly so. Yeah, I should get the missus to do the shows. I should get Colleen to do the shows. Just like hand her a script. All right, so let's get rolling here. I'm just going to keep the keyboard on my lap because it's so darn useful. Folks, there's a problem in the wasteland. We have a group of adventurers who live in a world they never made, full of mutants, terrifying ancient technologies, radiation, and other hazards. And let us welcome them now to the stage of history and say hello to, once again, Doomsword Deathmaster as Probably Sane.
What's up?
Yang Yan Zhao as the inimitable Rex Dashington.
Good evening.
Kevin, I flipped the finger to my job to be here tonight as Do Re Mi.
Hello.
And even though it's Wednesday, we've all got a case of the Mondays. Everybody say hello to Kenneth as Monday.
Hello, peeps.
All right, so I can make a VTuber rig and just change my voice. Yeah. How would you guys react if I came back from Christmas vacation as a VTuber? Anyway, so let's get started. Last Friday, our group of seekers had saved a village of folk from the mutated Zeeth infected kin of theirs who tried to spread their evil seeds, now reduced to not much more than 30. This pathetic band is leaderless, and well, they're on their last legs. So what are your plans?
The party or the people we saved?
Well, the party.
Okay. Because I didn't know which one you were describing. Yeah, we're done.
Anybody
Right?
got a plan around here? I think you're all lost.
Well, I think we were going to try to haul them back to Sanctuary eventually, weren't we?
Do if we fix the bubble car, is it possible that we could nuke those ZE from orbit? It's the only way to be sure.
Yeah, we just need to find a nuke to do it. Yeah.
Well, that shouldn't be too hard.
No, we should do that.
So Rex will turn to what's left of these people. Folks, we come from a place called Sanctuary. It's a little place we like to call home. And as long as you're still plant-free, we would love to bring you guys along and give you a ZETH-free place to live.
Okay. What is Rex's charisma, please?
Oh boy. Well, I don't think it's that bad. 14.
A 14. Okay.
Maybe you should have had Doomsword do it.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
I'm too cool.
Okay, so they're not sure about leaving their like one of the two young men is like, I mean, you're all, none of you are mutated. Will you even accept us?
What do you mean?
Probably.
What do you mean we're not mutated?
What, you asking me a question, or you just saying some stuff?
He was speaking to Rex. Yeah, Kevin, you're aware. You can sense there are some people with mental mutations here. No one's attacking you, trying to turn your brain inside out or anything. But
Well, no, but I have mental mutations as well.
okay,
Let me
don't
put it
think
this way: I
Sanctuary's pure.
empathize with their plight.
okay. Alrighty. So I guess adding the fact that you're not going to go PSH, Iron Brotherhood on them. They're kind of hesitant about it, but they nod and they agree. Yes, if you will have us in this sanctuary place that you speak of, then yes, we will go with you.
Man, I didn't sign up for this.
Hey, it's that many more people that are contributing to Sanctuary for its success.
What success in that place? There ain't nothing but garbage.
We
Plus-
bring stuff to help it. That's our job.
Plus, we need to refill the ranks after the last few adventures, so
Yeah, I know. I'm starting to know.
Yeah, as long as there's no boisterous people named Victor, I'm
Ha! Greetings. Just the next group of hostile androids you guys run into. It's just going to be stamped out versions of Victor.
Thanks.
Greetings.
Oh, goodness.
For those of you who
So
don't,
you guys even got a plan or what? Sorry.
No, that's okay. Go right ahead.
Well, we've got some parts for the bubble car, so I don't know if they're the right ones or not to fix it. Don't worry me. Does this look like this is what you needed?
Imagine you not knowing.
I'll look at it and see if it's what I think we need.
It's a bunch of knobs. Like there's no
Like
electric,
amplifier knobs?
like toggle switches and knobs and that sort of thing. It's not parts. It's not the Framostat that you need. It's not the retro encabulator repair kit that you need.
The interroster? Okay. Yeah.
The oscillation over thruster.
These don't. These look like control panel controls, but we need like mechanical components. So, I guess if we're going to bring these people back and not walk, we'll probably have to do that first.
Hopefully they remember where they got these parts, because there might be more.
Do the parts at least look like the parts in the bubble car, or do they look like something that came out of a sensor rack? In
No,
clothing?
they look like switches from the control panel of a bubble car.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I mean the right parts, the wrong placement.
The right model.
Yeah, but check it out. If we're walking, we ain't bringing them. Either that or I'm walking way ahead.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I think maybe we should see where they got these parts from.
Yeah.
Maybe they just don't know what they've got.
I'd say that's highly likely.
Well, it sounds like that's what we should do.
So, I guess, Rex, maybe you should let them have the bad news that we can't leave now because we have to find parts first.
All right. So Rex will. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. That's good.
Rex will turn back to the people and so let them know, guys, we are absolutely going to take you to the Zeeth-free sanctuary, but we have to find more parts to fix our car first. So if you know where this control panel came from, that would be a big help. The faster we can get more parts, the faster you won't become a Zeeth incubator.
What do you mean by control panel?
Rex will point to the thing that Doe's holding.
Yeah, I'll lift it up.
Oh, the box full of knobs.
Yes.
Mhm.
We have seen pieces of ancient machinery like this in a few places here. And we have seen some places that were barred to entry to us that might be of this type of thing.
Well, if you could point us in that direction, we'd certainly appreciate it.
Okay. He goes over and he speaks to a tribesman, and they hand him a stick, basically a stick that's been burned, so it's got an end. And he walks over to the wall and starts. He says, "I think we are here. Here is the pathway in the sky of the ancients. This is where we first tried to be, near that." And you're kind of getting the impression that he's talking about near the overpass, where you guys saw the first settlements that was very clearly something had gone horribly wrong in. And over the course of a few minutes, he draws sort of a map and indicates 3 places, and says, this is a short walk. This is also a short walk, but this is a longer walk. This is the place of old technology that we could not enter, but these 2 places looked like they had things in them.
Okay.
They look like they had things in them.
Yes, old technology things, probably sane.
Man, I'm totally sane compared to you. What ancient technology things?
There were large machines and small machines attached to large machines. We picked up a few loose items, and he indicates some folks who have bags and boxes that they've carried, but nothing as you have described.
You trying to be useful yet, are you?
We are trying. You have saved many of us.
So how far away is this first place you're pointing out that's a short walk?
Maybe we could get a guide.
Well, we must make this place safe to wait for your return, but He looks at his brother and just kind of stares at him. And Kevin, Do-Re-Mi can like hear the static of telepathic communication with him.
Okay.
And then he says, "My brother will remain here to help the others make this place safe should there be any of the Zeeth infected still roaming around, or worse. I will show you the way."
Can't Rex fly? Come on, man. That's the only damn thing he was good for.
I'm standing right here, probably.
Yeah, I know. So why ain't you up there? Go scope it out, man. I'm sure you can figure out something that these dumbasses can.
Well, that might be true. All right, so Rex will he'll go fly on up.
Alrighty. Let me see. So trying to rely on this guy's kind of crude map and figuring out where exactly he means is a bit of a chore. So let's see. Now, does your suit have full flight or does it just leap?
It's the scout suit, so it has full flight.
It has full flight. Okay. Yeah, so you go for maybe an hour and you see what you think might be what he was indicating. There's a dome-shaped building that has what looks like great cylinders of a glittering black substance going into it, but they're all broken and twisted off at the ends.
A glittering black substance?
Yeah, you're not sure what it is. It's some kind of uniform material. You haven't really seen it before, but it looks like they've been broken off, and it's ragged bits that are there.
Well, I will radio it back to anyone who has a radio in their suit.
Okay. Well, you guys hear that.
And then he'll head back.
Does my
Okay.
riot armor have a radio or no? It's just
No.
armor. Okay, I didn't
It's
think
his
so.
armor. So yeah, Do-Re-Mi and probably saying you guys pick that up.
Yeah, we'll relay it to the others that didn't hear.
All right.
That looks like it's
Yeah,
promising.
and is that two-way communication or?
Yeah.
Yeah. 10-4. We'll head on out.
Okay. And the people who aren't didn't have to have emergency abdominal surgery, and there's damn few of them, are nailing up boards and putting heavy things against doors and that sort of thing as you guys are heading out. So Rex, you give them the coordinates, correct?
Yes.
All right. So the rest of you, it does take you longer to get there on foot. You have to pick your way over wreckage and ruin and that sort of thing. You pass a couple of places that look like maybe some time ago somebody maybe made an attempt to settle here, but you don't see any sign of them now. And eventually you come to where Rex is. Rex, are you on the ground? Are you hovering in the air or what?
No, in order to conserve some fuel, I will wait for them on the ground.
All right. Alrighty. We'll make one more check on Rex's in. And Seth, rather fortunately, nothing untowards comes after you guys. So you arrive back at Rex's location, and yeah, it's this sort of silver white dome. It's got these arched, pointed windows, and regularly, like the spokes of a wheel, going in at angles between the peaked, arched windows. are these cylinders that are maybe 2 meters in diameter. They stick out about 20 meters at an angle, and they all seem to be broken off there. Whatever this building was, you had no idea.
So Rex, you find a way in?
Well, I didn't want to go in before you guys got here.
I asked if you found a way in.
Did I find a way in?
No, you didn't say you were looking for one, so I assume you were just standing there.
No, I was waiting. I didn't want to set off any traps and alert the Zeke to our presence.
Yeah, good point. So you were just standing here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
All right, let's move out.
We'll
Okay,
follow
so
Got
at
your
the
back.
ground level, there's a large metal door. It looks like some attempts have been made to pry it open. It's peeled back, maybe enough you could get an arm in there, but not really anything like that. Hey, Dylan Duhan from I've gone blank. Dylan, what's your YouTube channel? Tell us what your YouTube channel is, please. Something. But anyway, so yeah, looks like somebody attempted to peel a door open. What are you guys gonna do?
Rex, you're strong.
I would like to try my pry bar, which is my fist.
Okay, give me a D6 roll, please.
Get it, man.
Oof.
All right, you walk over and just kind of lever your arm in, and the actuators do the rest. There's a great popping and metallic shrieking sound as you push the door open wide enough, and there is a dusty, curved hall that goes left and right. And you can dimly see the light streaming in. There are letters of some kind on the wall.
It's dark in here.
Yes, the only light you see coming in here, other than maybe a faint mote here and again from cracks in the building, is pouring in from behind you.
So can I pull on my snoopers over my powered plate?
Yes.
I mean, do I have a? All right, I'll do that.
All right.
I'm going to put my energy cloak over myself just in case.
Okay. And Kevin, what about Doremi?
Yeah, I'm taking my vibroblade out, and I'm just gonna admire it while we walk.
Okay. So you guys, are you entering this building here?
Sure
think so.
enough.
Yeah.
All right. You can see the light that's coming in, and your snoopers auto adjust, so you're not washed out and blinded by it, so you can see this too, probably.
Okay, cool.
But some of them have fallen down, but not so much that you can't make out on the wall. It's a complex word with an M, M-U-S-E-U-M. You think maybe it relates to that place down south where we are, or were rather. But then there's of science, and then there's another long word that starts with a T. T-E-C-H-N-O-L-O-G-Y.
Okay.
Right in front of you, there is a pedestal. There's a clear covering over the pedestal. Inside of that, this is about 2/3 of a meter on a side. It's square. There is a black cube, and next to it, a black rectangle. And then something you do recognize, there is a board of keys in front of it.
Well, there's one guy here who's equipped to handle that, ain't there?
And we know who he is.
I think it's a
Have fun, though. Let me back up a bit before you touch that, all right?
Yeah, I need to.
I get my vibrablade out too, just in case it goes south somehow.
Turns out it's a directional mine.
Yeah, here comes Dexy's Midnight Runners.
Come on, Eileen.
Yeah, of
All right,
course.
so
It's the
what-
only thing that people sing in these kind of places.
All right, so what do you do?
I'm gonna go look at the keyboard and see
Well-
if I can. So, is it a keyboard like the letter keyboard, or is it a keyboard like a musical keyboard?
There's a keyboard like the letter keyboard, and
Okay.
it's all behind this
Oh.
rigid transparent cover.
Okay, so it's not it's not accessible.
Not immediately, no.
Okay.
But as you approach it, shining from somewhere above you, you find yourself in a cone of light that is shining down, and this very pleasant female voice says, "This is one of the few remaining examples of an operational next station created in the late 20th century by computer innovator Stephen Jobs. This was one of the first early available graphical user interface computers, and indeed, the early World Wide Web was developed on a computer just like this. This was kindly donated by the owners of the Apple Corporation, Microsoft."
So yeah, I say, hey, this is the beginning of the end. Over here, I recalled this. This is where you didn't just get to edit small text files and manage your system. You had to use these stupid tools that would undo what you just did. But I'll see if I can do something about that.
Tell the damn thing to bugger off for all I give a damn.
Well,
So
that doesn't sound like useful.
Maybe it has Clippy.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
is
actually
it
recognize a couple of those names, Steve Jobs and Microsoft. Anyway,
Steve Jobs with big exclamation marks by it and a price.
Yeah.
So, is it plugged in? Does it look like the plug, or is it just a display showing the unit?
you don't know. I mean, it's the whole unit inside. You don't know where it would. Actually, give me a D10 roll. Give me a
Okay.
D10.
D10
What is minus 18 or whatever he's got?
-5. It's a -4.
Yes, taking a quick look around, you can see that very cleverly tucked away, there appear to be cables going into the pedestal out of the cube-shaped unit that is there.
Okay. I'm gonna look around the plastic case or whatever the heck, acrylic glass, whatever it is, and see if it has a seam. I have a feeling that sad things will happen if I lift this thing, but with this unit, sad things should happen.
You don't see anything, no.
All right, So is the keyboard's also inside the?
Yes.
Okay. I look around and see if there's another one that's more slab shaped, or I just have to use this one.
No, it's the cube.
Ah, damn it. Okay, well, I try to lift the glass / acrylic / polycarbonate, whatever the hell it is.
Okay. You know what? Give me an open doors roll.
Okay.
A D6. D6.
All right. Yep.
With your strength, I think we're looking for a 1 or a 2.
I got a 4. Yep. My physical.
Yeah, it doesn't budge.
So
You need some
I'll
muscle.
tap on it. What does it feel like?
It feels like that lightweight sort of not metal but not wood that the ancients seem to make everything out of.
Oh, you mean it's vibrobladable? Okay. Well, I'm gonna vibroblade it.
All right.
Not the cube. That's
Yeah,
next.
I understand. Yeah, that's later.
A day in this core is like a day on the farm.
All right, so you, your vibroblade just kind of goes through it like butter. You kind of hear this repeated bonging sound, and the very pleasant voice says, "Please do not tamper with the exhibits here at the Museum of Science and Industry. If you would like to examine one of our interactive displays, please consult one of the museum attendants."
Too late, loser.
Yeah, I look and see if the keyboard is interactive by pushing the buttons.
Give me a D10 roll.
And do I hear a loud bong?
I'm looking around for an attendant.
Well, it's 2 or 7, depending on what I'm rolling.
Yeah, so you take a stab at it and hold a button down, and there's, I don't know what the startup sound of an X-Cube is. I know what a classic Mac sounds like, but it doesn't sound like that. And you hear kind of a humming noise coming from somewhere inside the cube, and spluttering to life is this sort of curvilinear glass thing in this squared off conical black housing. It is initially gray, and there's what looks like an insect, like a two-dimensional representation of an insect in the middle. And it kind of flickers fitfully, and slowly, agonizingly slowly, there are some images drawn on the screen.
Okay. I should have held down the damn tilde key so I could type BSD-S, but okay. We're gonna just we're gonna do it the Gamma World way. I'm gonna see if types anywhere in the screen.
Okay, now this is not one of the 22nd century computers that you have learned on, so we're gonna do a whole new tech tree for this.
Okay, fine. I mean, I know it, but Doe doesn't.
Right.
All right.
So, in the future, if you ever encounter another working Next computer, you won't have to make these rolls.
1001110.
Not high.
Let's see. Since this is missing so many of the convenient features of back in the day, let's go. Let's start off with a D10 roll.
Okay. -4.
Click. Yeah, you're like looking at files now. Click again.
All right. Oh, that's a 5 or 4 actually.
That's a 4. That is still sufficient. You can now view what the files are. Some of them are little squares that have rectangles on each side, and the rectangles have a series of rectangular holes, and there's a little image, a little tiny grainy image in the middle.
Okay. Yeah. Resource fork. I didn't know those were in this.
Roll again.
I got a 1.
You got a 1. Okay. You click on one of those, and this extremely poor quality, grainy, moving picture file comes up, and somewhere out of the cube, there's a staticky voice. There's a fellow with dark hair, aquiline features, and glasses on, and he says, "Hi, my name is Steve Jobs, and I'd like to take you on a tour of the Next operating system called Next Step." And he proceeds to start to explain some of the features of this machine that it kind of wows you that this data is still on here and still operational, but at the same time, you're like, so what? All computers do this. Do you want to give me a roll again?
Yeah, I guess.
To try and do more.
-3.
All right. You close that, and
Thank God.
After watching a little bit of that, you're like, right, root tilde fs. Okay. So you're basically up in its guts now.
Okay.
Do you want to try and figure out how to make it do anything other than this Give me one more roll.
All right. -4.
Ooh.
Yeah, you have pwned this computer. You can do whatever you want to with it.
All right. Yeah. I could write some C and have it repeat Steve Jobs sucks, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Because this is a museum and it's not appropriate. So I'll ask. I'll ask it. Typing in there, and see if it's connected to a network or something.
It does not appear to be connected to a network. Everything is local. It's got something on its network called a loopback connection, where it simulates network connections, but it doesn't actually have any.
Okay. Well,
You can send an email to yourself.
Yeah. Why talk? No. So I'll just tell the crew, hey, yeah, I think this is just, strangely enough, just a show machine that kind of doesn't let you do anything.
Oh, so it's just for display. It doesn't connect to anything, huh?
Yeah. it
You
doesn't
ain't got
appear to actually
nothing to
do
nothing
anything
else.
Okay. Well, it sounds like we need to move on. Find one that might.
Okay. Yeah. I guess we'll just move on. Does it say what version it is?
Yeah, you type ver and it's 1.01.
Yeah, okay. It's even too old to export term equals buffer shellcode. Enter, walk away. All right.
Nah, nobody here is a geek.
Well, Bateau is. So yeah. So yeah, neat. Oh well. Not much help, guys. Sorry. Although,
Well,
we
this
could
is just
probably use this
just
as
the first one. There's probably more.
we could use it as a paperweight or drop it from the bubble car or something.
Yeah, and there wasn't no connectivity to nothing else.
Could always drop it on the Zeeth, I guess.
That would be an appropriate use for this device. Probably right next to the Samsung Finale 8000 and the baseball bat next to it. So
I was gonna say we're gonna office space that one.
I'm gonna look for a computer that's not in a display. Like, is there one against the wall somewhere, or?
There's a desk off to the right that looks hopeful.
Okay, we'll go look at that.
I'll go with him to look for medical kits on the wall or in the desk.
There are no medical kits. There is a computer terminal there.
Television 925, right? So I'll sit down at the computer terminal. Is it on?
It is not. It's in okay shape.
Yeah, it wasn't underneath plexi.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see if there's a switch to turn it on, or look
Okay.
for something on the keyboard to turn it on.
Now, these kind of computers you have worked on before,
Okay.
and so you reach over, you turn it on, you hold down the right command keys, and to your amazement, it snaps on. There's like a loud pop, and you're sitting there, and it's museum term 2.25.
Okay.
And it's still logged in.
All right. List games. No. So I'm gonna see if it has details of where vehicles might be stored in this building.
Oh yeah, the inner upper mezzanine has a wide range of vehicle exhibits.
Okay. What about exhibits of medical technology?
That is in the inner concourse.
I ask it to show us a map so we know where those two things might be compared to where we're at.
Absolutely. The inner concourse is literally through like 3 sets of doors, There's like the outer concourse is the food court and gift shop. The middle concourse is for household appliances and daily conveniences, and medical and industrial technologies are in the inner concourse.
Also ask for military applications like weapons and defense.
Okay, I'll look and see if it has any representation for weapons or other pointy spear stuff.
There is a subsection in the world history on the upper mezzanine.
So sounds like the vehicle and the weapon stuff is upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And then, if we want to go to get medical stuff first, it's through some doors that way somewhere.
Medical might be good because I think we all took some damage.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I'll lock it so nobody else can log in and mess with it.
No, before we go, can you just make sure that there's no Android security detail in this building?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I asked the computer about security personnel.
There is a minor security alert on due to vandalism, and a security robot is en route.
Can I just? I'll try to turn that off. Can I disable the alert? Because I have a feeling I know whose fault that was.
No.
I have the suspicion.
Not at
Just
all.
the suspicion. But
You have to be more careful when you're using the computers, though.
yeah, they're quite complicated, and even though this one's way beneath my skill set, sometimes bad things happen. Yeah.
Give me a D10 roll if you would.
Okay. Same standard parameters.
Yes.
Okay. That's a -1.
Okay. The computer responds that it has noted your request, and as soon as the security alert is cleared, it will address yours. You suspect you might not have security authority.
SU root? I don't know. Can I attempt to get authority?
In doing so, one thing you can figure out is you need a security card to do that.
Oh, okay. I look on the desk. Look through the drawers, if there are drawers.
Let's see. There are drawers. There is not a security card. Sorry.
I asked the system to tell me the parameters and specs of the security investigation team that's showing up.
Oh, they've just dispatched one of the docenturions.
All right. What are the weapon capabilities of the Centurions?
The docenturion will be here in 10 seconds. You can examine it then.
Oh, okay. We're gonna have company.
And sure enough, rolling through the dust about 20 meters away, or I should say hovering through the dust about 20 meters away, is this very elegant, non-threatening, curvilinear sort of, it's like, think Eve from Wall-E, but 2.5 meters tall, gliding towards you. It stops. The motes of dust and everything, you can see this very pretty purple beam just sort of scans you up and down. And it says in an extremely pleasant voice, "You have damaged museum property. I will have to ask you to leave now, or I am authorized to use force to remove you from the premises."
Blasted in the grill.
I have my vibroblade, right? So when it scans me, it knows that it was me? I guess
It scans you all. It just scans you all up and down, and then it's a tight beam scans up and down the plinth that had the computer in it, and yeah, it doesn't take too much of a effort. So you're gonna blast it, probably, Sane.
Absolutely.
Okay. What about Rex, Doe, and Monday?
Is Rex close enough to stab it?
No, it's about 20 meters away.
Oh. Well, you know what? He'll take the turn to run up and stab it then.
Okay. All right. What about Do Re Mi?
I'm verbalating it. Yeah, I'm gonna say it wasn't me.
Okay. It wasn't me. Whee!
Exactly.
And you run towards it. What is Monday doing?
I'm kind of getting behind the desk, but I'm pulling out my pistol and I will fire.
Your laser pistol, yes?
Correct. My laser pistol.
Okay. Go ahead and take your shot there, if you would, please, Doomsword, and then we'll roll initiative, starting with Rex. A 6 will not hit. And let's roll initiative. Rex, give me a D6. I got a 4. You guys got a 6, so
Sweet.
y'all cover the 30 meters up to it, and it regards you for a moment and says, "Please leave the premises. Weapons are not permitted inside the museum." And it, let's see, there's my
Let me
PDF.
guess. It has weapons, but those weapons are permitted.
Yes.
I didn't see no sign.
Rather hypocritical of it, isn't it?
Yes, it's a logical fallacy.
All right. So, Doe, you kind of duck under this lens that focuses on you, and you just hear this sort of humming sound, and like a cloud of dust is kicked up off the floor, and there's kind of sparkles of static electricity going through it. And you think it's probably good that didn't hit you. So we're over to Monday. Do you want to take your shot at it?
Yes, I do.
It has weirding modules. Be careful.
Muad'Dib. That will not hit it. All right. We're in a new round. It is trying to refocus the lens on you, Do Re Mi. Probably Sane. Are you shooting again?
100%.
All right. Rex, are you going to slash at it in the new round?
Oh, yeah.
Do Re Mi?
Yes, I'm slashing.
Monday, you shooting?
Correct.
All right. Let's roll initiative, and we are to Kevin. Roll a d6, please.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. It focuses that lens on you.
I dodged.
Am I supposed to take the shot first or whatever?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. God, I always do that to you. I'm so sorry. Take your shot.
Yeah, no worries. I hate to interrupt. It's going to be a miss now. No, probably a hit.
14 will hit it with a laser pistol or rifle?
A rifle.
Yeah.
13.
Yeah. So you enzapulate it, kind of to melt the hole in its otherwise pristine armor. Kevin, what is your constitution, please?
Oh, it sucks. Let me look. Sheet. It is 13.
13. Okay. The lens focuses on you. It kind of gets you right in its sights, as it were. There's a hum. All of your muscles cramp and then go slack. It doesn't feel good at all, and you just slowly rotate into a horizontal position. And it's just kind of
damage. From
You're
falling?
just kind of being held there. No, you're paralyzed.
Okay. Huh.
Ouch. All right. Rex, do you wanna take your stabulation at it?
Oh yeah.
A 14
Nice.
will hit. And Monday, take your shot.
Come on.
A 15
Nice.
will also hit.
Cool.
Um,
There we go. 16.
yeah, you guys have blasted some pretty big holes in it, and his voice is kind of starting to distort. Please do not authorize deadly force against the museum. Okay. So that was 25, 16, and all right. Yeah, it's looking pretty rough there. So in the new round, probably saying you're going to shoot again.
Please die.
All right. Go ahead and roll it. $11. What is this thing's armor class?
Weapon class 13, of course.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. That will miss. That actually glances off of a mirrored plate on it. So, Rex, you're going to stab it again?
Oh yeah.
And Monday, are you going to shoot it again?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's roll initiative then, and I think we're over to you. Can I roll a d6? All right, it refocuses its beam on Rex.
Nice.
Ooh.
All right, Rex, this corona of sort of shimmering blue energy crackles around, and you see your shield drop precipitously.
Good news.
All right, you guys, take your attacks now.
I'm assuming I'm still paralyzed, right?
Oh yeah, you're floating in the air. This feels good and hurts at the same time. That will miss.
Here's mine. Well, I guess Sapphire's first. Mine
Yes. Well, you already did you not already shoot in this
Oh
round?
yeah, I did. My
you
bad.
did.
Thank you.
Monday, that was a 12. Let me see. I think that's actually... Yeah, that will actually miss.
Bummer.
All right. It's going to try a new tactic. We are playing first edition Gamma World Dr. Death. All right. Let me see. Oh, folks, I just want to mention this real quick. Thank you for whoever subscribed. We're at 4901. Thank you to both of you who subscribed. 4901 on the subscription count. Thank you all very, very much for your continued support of the show. Okay, so you guys have you've taken your shots at it. And you're going to shoot it again, probably, or do you need to reload at this point?
Nah, I've got 2 charges left. I'm gonna shoot him.
All right. Yeah, Dr. Death, this uses a D20 matrix. 8 will miss.
Damn.
And I'm guessing that is a shot and a slash from Rex. and from Monday, correct? Or slash. All right. Let's go ahead and roll initiative, and we are back over to you, Doomsword, for initiative for the team. I got a 4. All right. Simultaneously. Okay. There's kind of this sort of like punt sound, and a canister goes flying over your head, but lands somewhere behind you, and you can hear it hissing behind you there, Sapphire, Monday. Okay. Yeah, you look over and you feel a little dizzy. You're like, okay, that's clearly some kind of method to restrain you, gas. All right. Counterattacks, everyone. Rex. That will hit. That is 25, correct?
Yes.
Okay, Rex, you drive your sword. Little door opens up. You see a little cylinder go flying out somewhere over there, and you just lean in and drive your sword in, and it shakes and sparks, falls to the ground, just slackens up. Do-Re-Mi plummets to the floor. There's the space behind you is rapidly filling up with this sort of yellow-white gas.
Come on, guys. No time to lay around.
Does Doe move around and stuff? Like he's cool?
No, Doe's not moving. I mean, you can see him breathing and blinking occasionally, but otherwise, no.
Can I move out of, like, away from that gas?
Let's see. What is your constitution?
17.
17. Okay. You get a lung full, and things kind of shrink down to pinpoints, and it's like the room is like this, but you manage to stagger out of it, remaining conscious.
So I'm like drunk, kind of.
It's
perfect.
Less pleasant. More like, have you ever accidentally smelled methylated spirits in an enclosed room?
I can't say I know that experience, but I'll try to roleplay it.
Right,
well, my suit blocks gas and stuff. It's just right.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't be affected by the gas, but yeah, I'm not going to be crawling anywhere.
Yeah, you're not, but it was tickle from this thing's paralysis ray.
Riot armor. So does it protect me from the gas? No.
So you guys managed to get away from the gas. You're dragging Doe behind you. There's what looks like a set of metal stairs. There's actually 2 of them with black banisters that go up, but there are also doors to the left that go inwards. What do you guys wish?
It doesn't appear that there's anything, to salvage off this bot.
Just at a glance, no, but that's not to say you couldn't spend a while with some tools and some guidance maybe to get some things out of it.
You guys want to check this out, or we move on?
Well, isn't the room filled with gas? If you could drag it out.
No. The concourse that you're on.
Oh, okay.
It seems to run the entire perimeter of the building, and you guys are near the bot, which is now 30 meters away from the grenade, which has apparently stopped hissing, although there is a cloud of heavier than air paralysis gas over yonder.
Okay. I mean,
what do you think,
maybe
Rex?
we can get some batteries or something out of it.
Yeah, let's see if we can get something.
So, how long do I expect to be paralyzed, or is it just to wait and see what happens, kind of thing?
The paralysis. What was your your con again?
It's 13.
It's 13. Okay. You can kind of, like, if you really struggle and it feels like you're like pulling a muscle in your leg, you can kind of move your big toe.
Okay.
So it could be that you're gonna be getting it back.
I'm gonna like check him out and see if like pouring a little bit of water on him or something foul smelling, kind of like smelling salts, will help.
Just bring that next cue over, and it'll definitely wake me up.
That's foul enough.
I'll stride over and check out the bot then.
Okay, so, it's shot full of holes. It seems to be underneath the once stylish exterior, standard security bot like you faced before. So what are you looking for?
So being that I've seen security bots before,
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to look in the places where I might know that there are power sources or energy weapons we can remove and retrofit, that kind of thing.
Okay, give me a D10 roll. All right, you're able to ascertain that, like, the stubby but heavy looking antenna sticking out the back of its head, it was probably functioning through broadcast power, which means it might have been running through a reactor in this building. In fact, it almost certainly would have. Is there anything else you want to search it for?
So that's better than multicast. Yeah, no weapons I can take off of it or anything. No
Give
power
me
cells.
no power cells, but give me another D10 roll.
Maybe there's more of those canister thingies.
Not great.
Yeah, that's you don't immediately see anything. You're certainly welcome to keep trying.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and try one more time. I don't want to
All right.
waste too much time.
Sure. And
Yeah, that's enough for me.
yeah, it's just kind of shot to pieces. What about Rex? Is he going to examine it?
Nope.
Okay. Alrighty. So again, beyond this thing, you see a few stands that look like the one that Do-Re-Mi sliced open, that have got some objects sitting in them. Some of the stuff looks interesting. Some of it doesn't. There's like I said, the metallic stairs that go up. There's two sets of them.
Which way was the medical area first?
It said it was in the central concourse.
Okay.
And these two sets of stairs face the same wall. They go in the same direction, like. Or are they like perpendicular to each other?
They're parallel to each other, and they go up to like an open air second level somewhere above you.
What do you want to do, Rex?
Are there any signs?
I'm sorry. What was the last thing you said, Yang?
Are there any signs saying like which section is which?
Yeah, actually, next to the stairs, you do see a sign. You'll have to get a little closer to read it, but going into the center there's the outer concourse second concourse and the middle concourse, central concourse, are indicated by signs that you can clearly see.
Well, then we will head towards the middle concourse.
Okay. Set of doors easily opened. Kevin Do-Re-Mi can actually move his toes and fingers now, and you can move your eyes around and blink in patterns other than involuntary. So that's nice.
Yeah, so that's going for me.
You got
What is
that.
that? Morse code for kill me?
This is it looks like a large, comfortable area where many people could sit, and in the middle of it, there is this incredibly complex-looking domed machine, sort of breaking up the flow around the place. Are several what can only be described as small jungles of plants.
Where's our
So,
damn plant expert when we need him? It's almost too bad that preacher guy died. At least he knew how to cook.
Yeah.
and as you guys are examining this, hang on a moment. You hear a rustling sound, probably saying, and see one of the plants begin moving. You basically can't be surprised. So yeah, one of these bushes is moving. It's kind of a green so dark it's almost black, and the plant is kind of spiny and it's sort of waving in your general direction. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna yell out, "Look out!" And I'm gonna use the rush power of my power armor to
Okay.
rush back 20 meters.
Okay. Rex, what are you doing?
Seeing as it's... Wait, does this look like the Zeeth?
No, it does not. This looks like a great lumpy black, like you got the round cactuses.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Screw it. He's backing up too. Not taking chance with plants.
Okay, you're still carrying Do-Re-Mi? You're just gonna...
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And what is Monday doing, Kennick?
I am going to hit the deck and have my cloak over me.
All right, so probably saying you bound backwards. Let's roll initiative, and we'll start with probably saying there, if you would please, Doom Sword. All right, so you've leapt back. Party falls back. This thing is letting go with a blast of spikes. Let's see. So we're going to roll one attack, and probably Sane moved first, so you kind of caught its attention.
Sweet.
There is this great whooshing sound, and just a blast of these 3 meter long. Was it 3 meters long? I'm gonna read the description right. 3 meter long spear like appendages fire out and embed in the walls around you. And this thing is
bullet time to the right.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So it's acted. You guys have acted. You guys all dove for cover. In the round, probably Sane, what are you doing?
I'll fire from here. Seems safe.
Okay. Okay. Rex, what are you doing?
He will fire with his laser pistol.
Okay. Kevin Doe's going to lie there and contemplate the floor.
Yeah, until he's able to do otherwise. Yeah, I'll blink at him really meanly.
All right. All right. And what is Monday going to do?
Where I dropped, is that in range of where those spikes went?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to push myself backwards very slowly on the floor to try to get out of range.
Okay. Let's roll initiative. Or take your shot first, probably sane. A 10. That will
13.
almost 13, right? That will absolutely hit.
Yeah, I apologize. I meant weapon class 13.
Oh. All right.
If it hits, there's the damage. If it doesn't, well.
23 if it hits. Let me see real quick.
Yeah, I rolled a 10, weapon class 13.
Right. Yes, that was 5. Actually, no, that just missed. Weird curve on that chart, but that did miss.
Okay, and I have to reload next round.
Okay. Now let's roll initiative, and now it's over to Yang. That's a D6. By the way, I will be on Yang's show next week, guys. I'll share the link out on socials.
Awesome.
We're going to have a good time. We're going to be talking about horror in tabletop gamings. All right, so it kind of eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Nobody's really hit it yet. Rex, you can have these.
Oh, thank you.
You're quite welcome.
And please, sir, may I have another?
So 17 is going to hit. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ooh.
Oh, and your shield tanks it all. What a lucky boy you are. Yeah, these things are crunching and flying off, and you're just like, ah, I'm fine. Okay. Take your shots.
All right.
15's going to hit.
All right. That's 18.
Sweet.
Wow. Okay. Next up would be Monday. Take your shot.
I'm actually backing up, remember?
Oh, that's right. You're
I'm
trying to
scooching
get the
back.
hell out of Dodge.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it has a mode and modus. It has a target that it definitely wants to bring down. So probably saying you reloaded last round.
I'm reloading this round.
You're reloading this round. So Monday, you scooted back. There's turned over tables and chairs and benches and all sorts of things.
I'll
think
get
you
behind those, yeah. I will
Okay.
look for cover.
So you're looking for cover. So Rex, it's down to you and this thing, and it's scooched forward some more. Roll initiative, please, if you would. Kevin.
All right. I hope it doesn't suck. But
It sucks.
Damn.
19. That is going to hit, but is it to any effect?
He sounds so excited.
15.
All right, 15. So how much shield did you have left there, Yang?
Well, it's a new round, right?
Right. I was just wondering how much.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 25.
25. Okay, yeah. So your shield
I
builds
believe.
back up, and then there's a scatter of spines to strike, and it just slides back down. All right. Counterattack, Rex.
Alrighty. Oh.
That will not hit. Okay. In the new round, Monday, do you think you've got cover? There's chairs and tables turned over and that sort of thing?
Well, if I think I've got cover, then I will shoot.
All right.
From behind the
Probably
cover.
saying you going to take a shot.
Yeah, I've reloaded now, so I'm ready.
All right. Rex,
Oh.
you going to blast on him?
Yes, sorry, just to clarify something, he has 20 points of force field, not 25.
Okay, good to know. So you've taken 20 and you've taken 15, respectively. And yes, it does build back up between rounds, but it's important to know.
Do I have a modifier for blinking? And how much damage do I do?
No modifier, roll 0d1 to determine your damage. Sorry, Kevin. I'm sorry. You got
It's all good. I'm just joking. It's all good.
All right. So new round, probably you're going to take your shot on it. A 14 will hit. Roll your damage.
Yeah, that should work.
Yeah.
22.
All right. You hit something nice and chunky in the middle of it, maybe a brain fiber stem or stalk or something like that, because it just kind of slumps the last couple of meters it was trying to move forward and doesn't move anymore.
There we go. That wasn't so hard, were it?
Are there more of these plant things around here?
No, the other plants seem to be just kind of overgrown fronds of some kind.
I gotta say, I'm surprised nobody chose the red and white dice, half the size, so we could just pretend to roll and get 20s all the time with the one that's above your head there.
That's right. Oh, another 20. Oh, another 20. Sorry. By the way, if you're just coming back after a hiatus, I hope everyone likes the play button that I'll never get. I went out and bought for myself. So, all right.
So this medical display thing.
Well, we're getting there. You've
Okay.
still
I'm patient. Okay.
All right. So there is the aforementioned sort of silvery dome in the middle. There are some chairs and stools arranged around it. There's this strange kind of pathway of some kind of black. You're not sure if it's cloth or what that goes all the way around it. And on the other side is presumably a door that leads out into the next area.
Asses and elbows, people.
I'm going to cautiously approach the silver dome of medical.
There's no silver dome of medical. There's in this area where you are is that silver dome, and there's presumably a door on the other side of it.
Oh, so, well, is there any medical displays or anything in this room?
No, this appears to be the eatery still. There's a door that leads out of here that
it was 3 doors in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like we got to keep going.
Yeah, you got to go to the next causeway.
All right. Rex,
Please drag me with you.
You want to pick Story me up?
All right.
Keep going.
All right, Doe. All right. So he'll
Doe can actually talk now.
pick him up, put him over the shoulder.
You don't understand why, Doe, but you have this strange compulsion to ask Rex who run Bartertown now that you're kind of draped over him like that. All right, so in the next area that you're in, there are a lot of very small devices that you do not... there's a very dusty sign hanging from the ceiling that says something about small home appliances, but you're not sure what that means. And there are lots of the displays, like we're in the one that Do-Re-Mi cut open, but these aren't cut open.
It's not medical. I'm ignoring it. I'm going to keep going towards the next one.
I tell
Let's
them,
go.
look for a video toaster. I've heard of those, and they're appliances.
You do
Go-
not see anything labeled video toaster.
Doe, let me know if you see a home fusion machine here somewhere.
Mr. Fusion.
Yeah, no, Mr. Fusion. Sorry. The next set of doors is actually labeled medical and scientific technology display.
Yes. Okay. Onward.
Okay, so you enter this room. Everything here, it is once again, it's dusty and it's kind of dim. But what isn't dusty is kind of an antiseptic white. And there are many displays. Some of them are covered, some of them are not. There's just all kinds of various equipment. There's something that looks like a bed that is inside a tube. Rex, there's a couple of things that look very similar to what you saw in Disney that your wife and your daughter were in.
Rex is gonna like go and sort of press his dome up there, checking it out. Doe, can you tell if any of these are functional?
I'll try to lull my head around and look and see what's in here.
So lolling your head around, it's impossible for you to say from your lolling position. Although you are actually to the point where you can kind of move your head around. You'd want to get your hands on it. You can kind of move your shoulders a little bit, but nothing.
I'm like an infant at this point.
Rex is gonna hold him up, sort of like when a little kid like holds their doll in front of something to show it to them. He'll do that with Doe.
Give me a straight D10 roll with no modifiers there, Kevin.
Okay. Yep. 9.
Yeah, you're gonna have to tinker with stuff.
I'm like, I don't know what the hell that even is.
Yeah. Like the blood is finally rushing back into your head from so it's taking you a minute. Is probably Sane doing anything in here?
Nah, just looking around, waiting for something to come out and attack so I can blast it.
Fair enough.
There's something on the wing.
All right. So another little while passes as you guys browse amongst this stuff. As you get close to certain ones, there's spotlights that come on and shine on things or shine on various plaques. The plaques are blank. Sometimes there's a voice accompanying it that, like, it's telling you about this thing, but you have no idea what it's going on about. This is a concentrated liver dialysis system. And it doesn't display anything on the screen, and the machine is just like a box with tubes going into it. So you don't know if the displays are broken or not. But finally, you get where you can very wobbly stand up. Do-re-mi.
Okay, I'll attempt to shrug myself out of the grip.
Okay.
And then act kind of, upset that I was carried around. Not to say anything.
Yeah, you could have laid in the dust out there for another docenturion to find. An intruder. Zap, 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 zap.
To do here, yeah. All right. Well, I'll look and see if I mean we've seen some of the more modern stuff. This looks like it's older than the stuff we've seen previously, right?
Older but not ancient. There's not like a foot treadle powered dentist drill or anything like that here. Not that you found so far. But like under one display, there's something that looks like very tiny, precise knives, for example, and a saw, like you'd cut through. You would hope plastic or metal with, but
okay. I mean, I have my vibroblade, but these might not be a bad thing to have, right? I'm gonna look around and see if there's another computer desk here.
There is actually
Yeah,
there's it is not a full sit down desk, but it is like a kiosk with a few drawers in it, sort of facing away from the well, actually, it's facing towards where you guys came in.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can attempt to get the security system turned off so we can pilfer stuff.
Okay,
I'm not going to tell the computer, but you know what I mean.
right. You're trying a priority security override.
That's right. Yes.
All right, let me see.
Turn off all the trash compactors, that kind of thing.
Okay, the terminal does come on and it does appear to work. If you want to give me you kind of click through it, but once again, you think you're going to need a security card to get this to wipe off any.
Damn it. I'll ask it what a security card looks like. Do you have a usable example computer, please?
Yeah, you key in the query, and it is. Let me see here.
So the next bot we take down, we look for one of those.
Yeah, select star from cards where variety equals security.
Yeah.
Let me see.
And mag stripe equals null. Yeah.
Maybe you can print yourself a card.
You need
Yeah,
a
that's
random
kind of what I'm
UID
going
there,
for
too.
here. So I'm gonna, yeah, we'll see what can happen.
So in this case, it would be a blue card with a picture, a little swirly rainbow-looking thing on it, and some other things you don't recognize, and long strings of letters and numbers.
Is it that swirly thing I saw on the damn next cube?
No.
Okay.
No. Nice try, though.
I feel better. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah. I'll, kind of draw out in my mind what it looks like.
Okay.
So I'll say, hey guys, this is what we're looking for. We need one of these, or we're gonna have more of those other robots causing us trouble.
Okay.
Okay. So
You ever got any good news?
do you want to explore around in here in this medical section? I know that Monday. I know that Monday has, but what about the rest of you?
I'm chilling.
Sure. Right,
Yeah,
Rex will take a look.
and see if they have any, the standard hypo stuff or any of the stuff we've used in the past that I would recognize.
Okay, so looking around, there is a large. It's cordoned off actually with. There's this arrangement. They're spaced about a meter apart of these dully gleaming metal poles, and you're pretty sure they're statues of some kind, but they're very lifelike looking, of a pure strain male, pure strain female, and then there's a pure strain female lying on a bed, and there is what looks like a medikit. It's right where you put it, center of the torso. And as you guys approach, let's see. Yeah, as you approach, spotlight comes on and a voiceover starts talking about the latest advancement in first aid technology. The medical kit can be used to, and it basically explains what you already knew about a medikit.
I'm gonna try to see if I can get that medikit.
Okay, there is a bong and that same, like a bell tone And that same pleasant voice asks you to please not tamper with museum exhibits.
Does
If
it
you have
look like it's a
anything-
real medikit?
I mean, you're a tribes person. You haven't really seen many of these things yet. Yes? Maybe? Give me a D10 roll.
Okay.
You can tell that this is not a real medikit. This is just part of whatever this
Bummer.
tribute to it is.
So it's just part of the display. It's not a real thing.
Right.
Just in
Okay.
case, I'm going to go look at that computer terminal and see if there's a robot coming our way.
Yeah, you look at there's not.
Oh, okay. Whew.
Find out if
Doesn't
there are
look
any
anybody's coming to see
medikits
us.
in this place, maybe. The real thing, not the displays.
I'm sorry, there was some crosstalk just before you spoke. What were you saying, Kevin?
Oh, I was just saying, I tell the party, there's nobody coming to get us
Okay.
so far.
So can you ask the computer if there are any real medikits in this place somewhere?
Okay, yeah, I'll sit at the computer and see if it'll answer. Where can I find medical supplies for first aid and other things?
There is one on the upper mezzanine, and there is one in the curator's office.
Well, we know where the mezzanine is.
Yeah.
So where's the curator's office?
The curator's, it's actually not very far removed from here. It's like through the door opposite the door you came in.
Okay. I'll tell them, hey, there looks like there's supposed to be a medikit through the door over there. I'll point to it.
All right. Rex, one thing that you notice here, because, I mean, you've spent a long time in Sanctuary, there is something that looks damn like a functional rejuve chamber here.
Doe, let's check out this rejuve chamber.
All right.
This could be the real deal.
I'll go look at it, see what it is.
All right. It's kind of rough looking, you know. It hasn't had the easiest existence. But yeah, it looks like a rejuve chamber. If you want to, I can't remember if Doe has tried to activate a rejuve chamber
I
before.
have before. I've actually done it before. Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell that it was either non-functional, and so they brought it here to use as a display, or the years just haven't been kind to it. Like maybe liquid got in, but it is not functional. Just, you know, you like primary power button, you know, you push and hold it for the requisite 5 seconds, and it just kind of sputters fitfully, but then shuts off.
Yeah, it looks like it's damaged, Rex. I don't really know what's wrong with it. It'll probably take me a while to figure it out. And we may not have parts.
Well, let's keep this place in mind. I mean, I would rather have a broken rejuve chamber than no rejuve chamber at all.
Now, is this like the other ones? Is it bolted down or?
Yeah, it's fixed, you know, at an angle to the display.
Okay.
That it's part of.
I don't think we'd be able to get it out of here without the bubble car, so maybe we'll just leave it alone for now, and hopefully no one will make it worse.
I'm going to ask the computer if it knows where a grav sled is.
Yes, it does. In exhibit storage, which is in sub-level B.
I asked the computer if it requires us to use an elevator to get to sub-level B.
Yes.
Damn it! Our nemesis, the elevator.
Yeah. My old enemy. Stairs.
So I'll tell Rex, hey, yeah, there's a grab sled here though. If we could go get it.
All right, yeah, let's do that.
Do we want to get the med stuff first, or
Yeah, let's get that first.
okay?
Well, why don't we do the thing after we get everything else?
Right, yeah.
Because unless we get the stuff we need for the bubble card, we can't do anything with it anyway.
Sure. I mean, we could use the grab sled as a skateboard, and we've seen Rex do that before. But yeah. So yeah, I guess I'll start walking towards the door that goes to the office with
Okay.
first medikit.
You pass a couple of rooms that must be sleeping chambers, perhaps for whoever worked here, because they are marked rest rooms. And just past that is a sign over a door that says Curator's Office. It is a heavy, sturdy door, and it is shut and does not yield to a simple push to open it.
Okay.
Rex will use a non-simple push.
Give me a d6 roll there, Rex.
It's too bad this guy isn't around. He could probably heal us. He's a curator.
Oh.
Oh,
All right, yeah, Rex. You just kind of there's a crunch, there's a popping and crunching sound, and there is a small office here. There's a desk. There is inexplicably there in the dark. There is a green plant of some kind. And beyond that is another door. There are brightly colored posters decorating the walls here. Celebrating 700 years of technology, Edison versus Tesla, June 6th to July 7th. Just all sorts of stuff like that makes no sense to you.
is it an evil-looking plant?
Give me a D20 roll.
Oh boy.
We are now paranoid with everything.
Just go, man.
It is the evilest of plants. It is a philodendron. It is a plant that will die if you try and treat it well. It is a plant that will flourish if you just stick it on a bookshelf and forget about it for 2 months.
Rex
and
will
you cut it apart, and it bleeds all over your pants, all over your shoes, all over your shirt, and ruins everything.
Yeah.
Horrible plant.
Rex is going to pull out his pistol and blast the crap out of it.
All right. It melts. There's a horrible oily smell in the air. It does not crisp and burn. It appears to have been plastic. So it was doubly evil.
Fake
He'll just-
evil plant.
He'll just turn to everyone else and say, "It didn't deserve to live," and then just keep on going.
Yeah, I'll look at it and say, I don't think it ever did.
I don't deserve to live.
I'm gonna start
What
looking
you
for the
gonna do to
medikit.
me?
Yeah.
All right.
So and while she's looking for the medikit, I'm gonna scope and try to look for cards, access cards of any kind.
Okay.
Go through drawers and people's clothes, whatever.
Interesting. Okay. So there is a door beyond this desk. But I will get to what is in the door in just a second. Give me just a moment here. For you find, as you search around, what do you find? Come along. Because we yesed on that artifact. Hang on 1 second. All right. Sorry for the delay, everyone. Just a quick percentile roll. Sometimes you get random stuff like that. So, all right. So, what is that? That is a D8. All right, so you do find in a desk drawer there is a metallic device. It's fairly thin. It's maybe 2-3 millimeters thick. At one end, it's got this strange geometric patterns of lines. The other end ends in sort of a blunt, angular tip, and there is a tag attached to it that says property of United States Army. As to but that is all that you find of note. I mean, there's a few odds and ends in here. There's a box of small metal links that are not linked together. You've seen them before, used to hold sheets of ancient parchment together as one. Beyond the door is an office. It's really disorganized. It's about like the office that you guys just left, but it is clearly whoever worked in here did not really believe much in organization. Hanging on the wall, though, without anything in front of it, is a white box with a red cross in the middle.
Yes. I'm going to go up to it.
All right.
I'm going to open it.
Okay. Just when you put your hand on it, it just comes away from the wall.
Okay. I'm going to open it and assess it.
Well, you've seen a medikit before, and that's what this is. It's
Okay.
not, you don't open it. It's just
yeah.
there. It just has leads that you connect up to the injured.
Okay. I mean, I've got some injuries. Anybody else injured?
What is everyone's health status right now? Because I think you all had to do some improvised surgery on yourselves with baby plants.
Man, I'm fine. Just some bumps and bruises. I'm 26 down out of 90.
Well, I don't like to complain. Rex is down 13.
Yeah, I'm down 19.
Okay. Well, I'll use it on myself first because I'm down 33.
Oof.
All right.
Yeah, you got brutalized.
I don't know what you did to plants in a previous life, Kennick, but they
I don't know. They don't like me. I don't know what it is.
All right. So are either Rex or Do-Re-Mi healing up?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just over half. So,
So you are or are not?
yeah, I mean, I think I will if there's still charge left. Or function
Yes,
left
there were. It was fully charged. There were 4.
Okay.
Oh, there were 4 of them?
Yeah, there's 4 charges. Each medikit holds a maximum of 4, and this one had 4. It had not been used.
Okay.
I mean,
So
I guess we should all use it at
completely
that
heal.
point.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Why don't we all heal, and then the next one we find, then we'll have that for usage. That we
Sweet.
were all
I'll
Sure.
heal my
full.
26.
All right.
It's
So
better that we're all at full strength.
Is that device I found that says property U.S. Army? Is it pocketable or?
Oh yeah. It's only about that long.
Okay, I'll put it in my pocket. I don't know what the hell it's for, but
Yeah.
maybe we'll figure that out sometime.
Alrighty.
Then let's
So you
investigate
guys,
what else in here.
there's really nothing of note in here. There's a computer terminal. There's stacks and piles of paper, all of which seem to pertain to the functioning of this place as far as a place of learning or study or entertainment. You do notice that in the middle of the desk, sitting under a ceramic mug of some kind, is very perfectly made. It's stained a deep brown inside, and the mug has emblazoned on it. It says, "Oh dang it! I've gone. The game master's gone blank here for a second. I'm sorry. It says Cherry Point Museum of Science and Industry." Sitting under that, with just a corner wedged there, is a scrap of paper, and it looks like hastily written on it are the words, "Jan, come find me at home. Mary knows, but it's okay. I just want you to be safe." So you don't know what that might pertain to. So what else do you guys do?
But I think we found what we came for.
Yep.
So,
Are there any security cards here, though?
I didn't find any.
Yeah, you looked
Okay.
around out there. You didn't find any.
All right.
Odds and ends in here. Nothing. I mean, maybe some trade goods, like, oh, here's an, world's best dad. Well, I can award this to someone else, kind of huck it in your pack. But other than that, you don't
Is there
find
one
anything in there.
Is there one that says world's best husband? I bet I can't find that one.
Well,
Rex
how
is gonna
about
take
world's
that one.
worst wife?
There,
Give it the note.
I bet
Give
there's
it a
80
note.
of them.
yeah.
Sounds like we head upstairs.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you head back out. You're back out on the main concourse. You've got the stairs. You've got the hole, the perfectly round hole that you guys cut into the door to allow yourselves to come in.
Well, I mean, everything that we need is upstairs aside from the grab sled, right? So,
That's it.
yeah, let's go up there.
Upstairs.
We got
Yep.
the military, and we got the bubble cars, the transport.
Well, and there's another medikit up
Rifle
there
ready.
somewhere as well.
Yep, and the upper
Okay.
mezzanine.
Okay, so you guys are sort of, looking around up here. There's many exciting vehicles. Some of them are so ancient as to defy how they ever operated. There's something that looks like a sort of a rickety cart, except it has metal, brightly painted red metal, covering the lower half, and a couple of handles on it. Like, well, the pictures that are fixed around it clearly show just archaically dressed men and women sitting on the thing, but there's no beasts of burden pulling it, so you can't fathom how it must have gone. It must have been some ancient electrical power or broadcast power or something. There are other vehicles that look equally archaic, yet a bit more recognizable. Strangely enough, you see a vehicle that reminds you a bit of a bubble car, but it has wheels on it. And it is apparently a 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air. Has stabilizing fins on the back.
Nice. Red?
No, it's actually faded blue with white inset triangular panels on each side of the fins.
Okay. Damn.
As you're all kind of working your way around the mezzanine, you
I'm
hear
looking
this.
for the medikit up there.
I understand. You've got your eyes peeled for the medikit. You hear this voice coming from in front of you, because again, the whole thing curves around like the hallways. Yes. Who's up here? Come on out. Let's have a look at you. I want to see you. Hoving into view, about 20 meters away, because this is a slightly smaller diameter, is a spherical creature, you think. It is about 2.5 meters in diameter, has a big, huge, toothy mouth, a large yellow central eye, and poking up of the top of it, a cluster of what can only be described as eyeballs mounted on stalks.
What the
It
hell?
seems to have
Nice.
kind of a reddish, orangish, chitinous exoskeleton, and it's slowly hovering towards you, and it says, pure strain humans, I hate you!
Who the
Wow,
hell
you
super
did it.
chatted a beholder?
That was a while ago. A couple of sessions ago, we all had to be here for it.
And its eyes start to glow, and that is where we're going to leave at the cliffhanger.
Yay, yay, yay.
So we live one more session. Hooray!
you got one more session, guys. So for those of you watching at home or listening along or however you're doing this, I know some of you folks like to do, apparently there are some folks who would be happier if this was a podcast, but I'm sorry. But anyway, starting next week, we have Shocktober. It is the frightful month of October, the season of the witch, where our Friday evening broadcasts save for the second week of October. That will likely be on a Wednesday, possibly a Thursday also. We will be playing 4 terrifying sessions of Chaosium's Call of Cthulhu, a horror game set in and amongst the terrors unleashed by H.P. Lovecraft himself. Guys, you don't want to miss those. Those are always fun, and we had a lot of fun last year, and I know we're going to have a lot of fun this year. We're going to have a slightly different crew for that, but I think everyone, you're going to enjoy it quite a bit. So don't miss the Call of Cthulhu sessions we got coming in October, and then the first week of November, we'll be right back here in Gamma World, which could be equally terrifying, just in a different way for the survivors. But at any rate, I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Thank you so much, LHRPG official, for the super earlier. Love you, mean it. Thank you, of course, to my players. Doomsword is probably sane. Rex Dashington, played by Yang Yan Zhao. Do Re Mi, played by Kevin. And of course, Monday on Wednesday, Sapphire or Canic, whichever you guys want. Please, if you haven't already, guys, do click the subscribe button. Click the bell icon for notifications, if you would, and keep getting the good word out there. Like I said, we're at 4901 on the old subscriptorizer, and that is an awesome thing. I really appreciate it. Thanks again to our players tonight. They're not a cast, all right? That may be a cast of characters, but we don't plan these things out, guys. Stuff just happens. But I thank them all for being here. I thank you, everyone in the audience, for hanging out. And we are going to see you all next time. But in the interim, as always, please keep your eyes peeled for those darned owl bears. I love you all. Peace. Good night.
Night,
Have
baby.
you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around. Some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle way off course? Naked as a toad all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.